We have breaking news. The new jobs report shows U.S. employers added only 12,000 new jobs in October. That is much lower than normal. The Bureau of Labor says hurricanes and worker strikes are to blame. The unemployment rate stayed at 4.1%. ABC News business reporter Alexis Christoforous joins me to break down these numbers. Alexis, 12,000 is shockingly low compared to what we are used to. What does this tell you about the economy?
That's right, Diane. Shockingly low, but not completely unexpected. And I want to show you these numbers one more time because these 12,000 jobs added really don't tell the whole story. And that's because the month of October saw two hurricanes, Helene and Milton. We also had the Boeing strike. That skewed this number in a big way. We saw jobs added in healthcare, but manufacturing jobs lost more than 40,000 jobs there, mostly because of that strike at Boeing. Also important to note that the government revised lower the number of jobs added in August and also in September by 112,000 jobs. So 112,000 fewer jobs added combined in August and September. I spoke to some economists after this report was out, and they said, look, you need to look past that 12,000 job number because it's not really a true reflection of what happened last month, and hone in on the unemployment rate. And you can see it, 4.1%. The unemployment rate has really held steady over the past couple of months, which again points to a more solid job market. So overall, this report, while it does seem shockingly low, that top line number, it seems like Wall Street is already looking past it because we've got stock futures rallying after this report, Diane.
So, Alexis, how could this impact future interest rate cuts from the Fed, or is that less likely given the context of this report?
You know, it's interesting sometimes because for Wall Street, what's good news for Main Street is actually bad news for Wall Street. So a weaker than expected jobs report actually makes it more likely that the Federal Reserve will feel comfortable staying on track and cutting interest rates when it meets next week. So it looks as though Wall Street is now baking in a near 100% probability that the Fed will cut interest rates by 1/4 point at its meeting next week and then again in December. And we know that lowering interest rates by the Fed will overall lower borrowing costs for Americans. It'll show up in things like your credit cards, auto loans, and mortgage rates. So certainly welcome news for Americans who have been, under the pressure of high inflation now for years. Want to point out this 12,000 jobs added, actually the lowest we've seen for the economy since December of 2020. Diane.
All right, Alexis Christoforous, thank you.